Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Garrett Smith, known as the Nutrition Detective, and of nutritiondetective.work and nutritionrestored.com. And today we're just going live because I have another really cool testimonial to go over with you all. This person, so you're aware, for those of you who want to work with me and who are not in the US, definitely not in Arizona, we work internationally all the time. I believe at last count, we've had clients in 26 countries. So this client is from Australia and I'm in the US. So this work can be done all around the world. That's not a problem. I am training people right now in a seminar, so there will be more people out doing similar work to what I do. And they'll be in different geographic locations. So the other thing about this is this person was doing the vitamin A detox program, which the do-it-yourself part of this can be found at nutritiondetective.work, should you decide to want to take this on by yourself. This person has been a client of mine for years before I was doing the vitamin A detox, back when I was making the mistake of encouraging eating vitamin A containing foods and even using supplements of vitamin A like liver pills, and so food-based, right? It's still toxic, and vitamin A supplements. It's all the same. It's all the same toxicity. There's just different forms of it that might be a little more toxic than others as they go through your system. But natural and synthetic vitamin A is all the same amount of toxicity. Don't let anybody fool you. Because with this person, we have them off of all vitamin A, synthetic and natural, and then you'll get to see the results, okay? But this person is also working with me doing hair testing, hair mineral analysis, and blood testing for several things that I do in the blood, where the hair testing, for those of you who think hair testing is the be-all, end-all, it's not. Blood tests for certain things are very good, and blood tests for other things are not good, okay? So here we go. I'm going to be interjecting here with my comments about each one of these improvements and how it relates to what we're doing, okay? Quote, "Hi, Dr. Smith. Here is our update on our low VA journey." VA means vitamin A. "I will send blood tests before our appointment next week. Signs and symptoms of excess vitamin A plus other health issues. February 2021, 27 months low vitamin A." So what she's saying, she wrote this in February 2021, and they had been doing low vitamin A with me, doing the individual work and the low vitamin A detox program, the vitamin A detox program, which is the do-it-yourself program. People who work with me get access to the vitamin A detox program for free. But the vitamin A detox program by itself is a do-it-yourself thing. If you want my help, that's extra. That's what I do. That's how people get the best results. So, started low vitamin A October 2018. These are the things she had and how they've improved. Chronic insomnia, frequent waking, anxiety, light sleep. Improved greatly, especially with soluble fiber /bean/B1. Anxiety rarely. Sleep issues like being wakeful from 12 to 3, usually when something needs attention regarding diet, supplements, lifestyle, or question mark. So what she's saying is that her chronic insomnia is almost gone, and that she knows that when her insomnia pops up again, there's usually something that's causing it. This is the really cool thing about this work is one of the things I highly encourage is people figuring out what is going on with their body. And so then they can watch it and fix it themselves. They become their own body's mechanic. That's what I'm trying to do. Seasonal hay fever, greatly improved. Drowsiness, improved. Increased intracranial pressure manifesting as headache, low energy, and nausea, greatly improved. It is well known in the research that increased intracranial pressure is caused by vitamin A toxicity. Your spinal fluid and your brain, there's not enough space in there when the vitamin A gets in there. It causes migraines, headaches of all kinds. Causes other problems with your spinal cord because that cerebrospinal fluid goes all the way down there. And then you see things like drowsiness improved. Well, that's your nervous system. Okay. Seasonal allergies. I have an article on my research forum on nutritionrestored.com. So if you go to nutritionrestored.com and you hit research forum and you use the search bar for the forum and you type in allergies, you will find that the more vitamin A supplements and more vitamin A that kids eat, the more allergies they have. It's very straightforward. If you have allergies, you probably have vitamin A toxicity. Next, sensitivity to sunlight, greatly improved. Irritability, improved greatly. Yellow discoloration of the skin in the underarms, gone. So let me cover those together. Sensitivity to sunlight. If you can't go outside without sunglasses on, or if you get burned within, very soon of being in the sun, and you know that your tolerance to the sun is decreasing, whether it's your eyes or your skin, you're getting more vitamin A toxic. Irritability. Irritability, as almost every alternative type of medicine goes into, irritability and frustration and anger are all seated in your liver. Where does vitamin A store? Oh, is it mostly in your liver? Oh, you mean to say if you start cleaning out your liver of all this vitamin A toxicity, you get to be in a better mood? Wouldn't that be nice? You also tend to have, as she mentioned, anxiety, less anxiety before. And also what typically goes with less anxiety is less depression, because anxiety and depression are just two sides of the same coin. Okay? Yellow discoloration of the skin. Vitamin A toxicity doesn't get any more obvious than your skin actually being orange or yellow. For those of you who are in the vegan world and you're yellow or orange and you're thinking that's a good thing, I'm going to tell you, you are precisely wrong. And your health is probably already paying the price, and it will only take more as it goes along. Continuing, rough skin on elbows, gone. Nice benefit, right? Ridge line on the roof of mouth was off center. Now in the center. I want to talk about that in a second. Did she do any crazy orthodontics or orthotropics or anything to actually fix the ridge line, the hard palate in the top of her mouth? Did I do anything magical to fix that? Do you know that skeletal abnormalities are quite normal for vitamin A toxicity in multiple studies? And we have an adult here whose skull is changing for the better. We have multiple other people who have said that they've noticed skeletal things change, and we are well past childhood. This stuff is very real, folks. Minor aches and pains, greatly improved or gone. Not needing an osteopath visit 3 to 4 times a year. Well, how much money does a parent with multiple kids save when they don't have to go to the osteopath or the chiropractor multiple times a year, sometimes weekly? How much money would that save you? Here's a funny thing that people notice on the vitamin A detox program. As they do the things right, their chiropractor starts noticing that there's less things out. They don't have to have as many adjustments or manipulations because they're not having these chemical problems pulling them out of alignment. Okay? Gum sensitivity is greatly improved. Breathing, as in needing a bigger breath, improved with B1 supplementation. For those of you, there are those out there who, I know there's groups on Facebook that they obsess about B1 and how everybody's B1 deficient. To a small extent, they're on the right track, but what is the biggest thing that depletes B1? Well, there's 2 things in so-called healthy foods that do it. that I talk about in the vitamin A detox course. But the other thing is aldehydes. Did you know that one of the forms of vitamin A is retinaldehyde? And that it is well known that B1, in the research, B1 binds to aldehydes, makes the B1 unusable, and then it gets carried out. So she took some B1 and she got some relief from that. Is she going to need that B1 forever? No, not once we get all the alcohols, which is retinol, and the aldehydes, also retinaldehyde, and other things out of her system that doesn't steal all of her B1. The last part for her, we go into her daughter next. Nearly everything has improved with low vitamin A, and any new symptoms seem to be linked to a detox dumping of vitamin A and probably a need for adjusting diet or nutrients. The symptoms that she's talking about, these symptoms have been a pain in the shins for a few days, flank pain once or twice, occasionally dark orange color when cleaning the ears. The earwax is a dark orange color. Muscle sensitivity around elbows, and likely other things I can't recall. So, if you didn't catch that, those are not symptoms that she still has all the time now. Those are symptoms that come up when she has what I call a detox dumping of vitamin A, which also, as I'm figuring out now, and I'm going to add to the program very soon, it has very much to do with bile, the bile cycle, and the gut biome, and how the bile to biome cycle is operating, which we are. You can see. So this is her daughter, who is 13 years old. Decreased appetite, gone. Vomiting, gone. Nosebleeds, rarely. So she has more commentary on that. My daughter had frequent nosebleeds every month or so, and every few months a vomiting sick episode. She would be feeling unwell, yellowish look. Once she vomited, she was not sick again, but then was tired and needed rest. It was all better in 24 hours. When I first read Grant Generou's ebook, I was observing my unwell child and just instinctively felt it was vitamin A overload. In the last 2 years, she has had only one brief vomiting episode with no other symptoms. Nosebleeds, maybe 3 in the last 2 years. So let me say a couple of things. First, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. My buddy Grant Generou, the man who introduced me to the concept of vitamin A toxicity, his website is ggenereux, so it's ggenereux.blog. His free ebooks about vitamin A toxicity are there, and he tells you about his journey through it. I've taken it to another level, and in terms of the mechanisms of how we get this stuff out and all the ways that it's affecting the body. And do we need to address this? Do we address this? Yes, we address this. All that stuff. So I'm getting into the nuts and bolts of it. He was mainly just going on a low vitamin A diet, which works for some people, but does not work by itself as well as it could for a lot of people because of other ways that they've been messed up in their history, like pharmaceuticals, mainly. That's the big problem. Most of your chronic problems today have been caused by the pharmaceuticals you took in your past, how they affected your liver and slowed everything down, and how they affected your guts and messed up your biome. And these things can be fixed, but we fix them all together at the same time, not picking one or the other. Because to talk about the gut biome without fixing the liver is not going to work, and without fixing the liver and not putting poisons in the liver, your biome doesn't get to live because the bacteria don't like living in the poison bile. Okay? So, those improvements in her daughter, obviously her low appetite was an issue. Well, that got fixed. Vomiting. Every few months, a vomiting episode. And now she's had one brief vomiting episode in 2 years. Quite an improvement. Frequent nosebleeds every month or so. Nosebleeds, maybe 3 in the last 2 years. So wow, what a coincidence. They've been on this about 27 months, about 2 years. And the nosebleeds and the vomiting disappeared. Basically. functionally they're gone. I mean, to have 3 nosebleeds in 2 years sounds like a pretty normal thing for a lot of people. And to only have to vomit once in 2 years when it used to happen every month. These are big changes. So anyway, told you about what I do. We are fixing these things. We are addressing the root causes of many people's health problems. Remember in my vitamin A toxicity as an epidemic video, we went over how at least a third of America is diagnosably vitamin A toxic by the gold standard liver biopsy. And even back in the 50s and 60s, in multiple countries in Africa, they were finding 50% of the people there by liver biopsy were vitamin A toxic. Okay? This is a very real issue. Did you know Bill Gates' favorite vitamin is vitamin A? Interesting, right? So, makes you wonder. And then you go watch my video on vitamin A and infertility. And then you start thinking, I hope. I hope you really start thinking hard. Anyway, I am Dr. Garrett Smith, the nutrition detective of nutritiondetective.work and nutritionrestored.com. If you would like to see the vitamin A detox program, the original and best, it is at nutritiondetective.work. If you would like to work with me or talk to the lovely Julie about questions about working with me, that is at nutritionrestored.com. Hopefully soon we're going to mold them all together into one website. It hasn't happened yet though. So we're hoping to have that soon enough. And y'all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this. Share it with who needs to hear it. Bye now.